Robin McKinley was born November 16, 1952, in Warren, Ohio. Her complete birth name is Jennifer Carolyn Robin McKinley. She is a distinguished author of fantasy and children's books. During her young life, she lived in many places because her father, William McKinley, was in the United States Navy. Growing up, Robin McKinley lived in California, New York, Maine, and she even lived in Japan. Throughout her childhood, she came to enjoy traveling because it always seemed like a new adventure. Her mother, Jean Terrell McKinley, was a teacher. Robin was an only child, and reading was constant in her life. It kept her occupied and intrigued. Her parents enrolled her at Gould Academy during her senior year of high school. Gould Academy is a small co-ed college preparatory boarding school in Maine. The most important purpose of the academy is to academically motivate students for college. They learn to become independent-minded, and students gain valuable ethical and compassionate aspects for the ever-changing world. During her college years, Robin attended Dickinson College in Carlisle, Pennsylvania from 1970 to 1972. Dickinson College is a private and residential liberal arts college. She also attended Bowdoin College in Maine. Bowdoin College is a private liberal arts college where Robin McKinley graduated summa cum laude and received her bachelor's degree in English literature in 1975. After earning her bachelor's degree, she worked at a few different jobs. She worked in a bookstore and did editorial work. She also worked as a research assistant. And for a while, she also taught at a secondary school. Robin McKinley began her writing career at the age of 26. She recalls how her early influences in writing came about. Throughout her young life, she believed boys had all of the adventures, so she would make up stories about girls who had their own great adventures. This is why she incorporates characters who are strong, independent females that take charge of their own lives in her books. These female characters are self-determined and powerful, which in turn makes them appealing to young adults because of the girl power stories. One of her first favorite books growing up was A Little Princess by Frances Hodgson Burnett. She recalls how the main character in the story is a little girl who is all alone in a strange land. The little girl tells wonderful stories that seem so real to Robin. This was an inspiration in her creating the fictional land called the Kingdom of Damar. 3 of her books are set in Damar. These books include The Blue Sword, The Hero and the Crown, and The Stone Fae. She considers herself Damar's historian because she was the creator of this fictional land. Her imagination helped her in creating many different settings and plots for her books. Other notable great influences include Rudyard Kipling, who is the writer of the Jungle Book, and J.R.R. Tolkien, who is known for the writings The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings. Her genre includes picture books and fantasy. Her fantasy books include a wide range of characters and elements. For instance, the book The Hero and the Crown has wizards, dragons, and magic. It entails good and evil, romance, and battles. Her book, Sunshine, is her only book about vampires. Many fans ask her if there will be a sequel to Sunshine. Her answer is no. Part of the genre also include retelling of fairy tales. The Outlaws of Sherwood is a retelling of Robin Hood. Beauty retells the story of Beauty and the Beast, and Spindle's End is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty. Robin has written 19 books, with 2 of those books being picture books. The picture books are My Father is in the Navy and The Stone Fae. The book My Father is in the Navy is about a young girl who does not remember her father because he has been away for a long time. This book plays out like a chapter out of her own life because when she was growing up, she remembers missing her father when he was at sea. Her other picture book, The Stone Fae, has 51 pages, but it is still considered a picture book. It contains illustrations by John Clapp, who portrays Robin McKinley's descriptive terms very well, and the nature and facial expressions give clear indications of the written text. Robin McKinley has won many awards throughout her writing career. Her first book, Beauty, a retelling of the story of Beauty and the Beast, was completed in 1978 and was named an American Library Association Notable Children's Book and an ALA Best Book for Young Adults. It also won the 1998 Phoenix Award Honor Book. In 1983, her book, The Blue Sword, was a Newbery Honor. She was awarded the Newbery Medal in 1985 for The Hero and the Crown. The book, The Hero and the Crown, is a prequel to the book, The Blue Sword. The book, Imaginary Lands, received the World Fantasy Award for Anthology Collection in 1986. Robin married the English author Peter Dickinson in 1991. They have no children, though Peter Dickinson has children from a previous relationship. They have 2 dogs nicknamed Chaos and Darkness. In 2009, she and her husband wrote 2 books that deal with the tales of elemental spirits. The first book is titled Water, which is about dealing with the majestics of the unknown, and The Dark, beyond the darkness of the deepest ocean. The other book they wrote together is titled Fire. This book ranges in time periods from prehistoric to present day. The settings in this book include a graveyard, a medieval marketplace, and a dragon academy. Her latest book, Pegasus, was published in 2010. She has a new novel coming out in 2013. There are also 2 additional books to be released at a later date. These 2 future books will continue the story that began in Pegasus. Since 2007, Robin McKinley has kept a blog. Her personal website is www.robinmckinley.com. Her fans can also follow her on Facebook and Twitter. One of her favorite hobbies includes gardening. She especially loves planting rose bushes, and it is evident in her garden pictures posted on her photo gallery on her website. She also enjoys horseback riding. At the age of 9, she had her first riding lesson while in Japan, where her father was stationed. In 1982, a horse fell on her hand, which delayed the book, The Blue Sword, by 6 weeks. Her love of writing is notable in her long answers to questions asked by fans and admirers of hers on her blog. She also writes approximately 2 to 12 hours a day when writing a book. She mentions that the best thing about being a writer is getting paid, but along with completing a book comes the many worries and responsibilities. The worries about how well the books are going to sell, and will it get the public's approval, and were there any typos that got through. The responsibility of a writer is to produce writing material that people will enjoy and appreciate. Her new and more mature fans have come to rely on her writing style and expect her books to convey the aspects of details, drama, and settings in what they have read in the past. Robin McKinley has composed many essays, speeches, and interviews that relate to her education, her books, and her life. She enjoys reading mail sent to her by students and avid readers, even though her future writing projects keep her extremely busy. She currently lives in England and offers great advice on her website about how to take life in stride and to believe in yourself. She is definitely an accomplished writer who took early experiences from her childhood and put them into words, and is quite successful at her chosen career.